Hey guys, happy Monday. How are you? So I just had to jump on and just kind of squeeze this in because I have some thoughts bubbling around, some inspirations that have been coming in that if I don't share them, I'm just going to pop. So, but part of this is prompted from a Monday morning mastermind call that I have every Monday morning, 6 a.m. with the team, 6 a.m. Pacific time. So it's an early one. And some of the things that were said today reinforced ideas that have already been feeling inspirational and coming. Well, hi guys, thanks for joining in. That have been already feeling like in my space, and so it felt like they're being reiterated today by some of the things that team members shared. And first off, it was from Evelyn Monroy, and she was talking about. I mean, this woman is iconic in the network marketing space. And I'm so honored to be able to be running with her and have her a part of the team. And she was talking about recent trials, right? So she has lived this affluent life and had, anything that money could buy and all of the luxuries and so forth. And then, but she lives in Puerto Rico. And so then Irma happened, and then Maria happened, or whatever, the hurricanes happened. And I asked her her answer, I asked her the question, what do you say to yourself when you're literally starting from scratch? And what do you say to yourself to get going again? And I won't even try to give her full answer because I want to bring her on and have her tell her own story sometime. I was so touched by her story, all in all. But she said, one thing I say is, first of all, I remember that that there's a divine purpose and that I'm still a part of it, however things may look in the moment. And she's always grateful too. This woman is always grateful. But she said, I ask myself every day, am I adding value? Am I adding value? And I was thinking the other day, like one of my favorite books is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And I love the life principles that he teaches in that book. And one of the principles in the book is to leave everybody who crosses your path with a feeling of increase. And sometimes that is just a smile. Sometimes it's a pat on the back. Sometimes it's an encouraging word. Those little gifts that literally, like, you can make someone's day. We never know what's going on in any individual person's life, right? And who is it that said, Oscar Wilde said, most men live lives of quiet desperation. We never know how much somebody may just need a smile or a compliment from a stranger, or, we just never know. And if we can have that be our goal, like our mission is that everybody that crosses our path is going to leave with a feeling of increase, that their life will be better for that little brush that we have with each other. And I was just thinking the other day of how, our lives really, they're so transitory. And so, life is just, you never know, right? We never know if we are promised tomorrow. Well, no one is, right? We just don't know whether or not we will live to see another day, right? And if we can live each day with the kind of love and expression as if it were our last, and give that same kind of love and encouragement to people, you never know. We never know. We may never pass this way again, right? And so and another woman that was speaking on the call today. So the first is Evelyn Monroy, and then Melissa Killian was talking about, so as a part of our business, we are doing a 60-day challenge, right? Increased activity, go for it, 60-day blitz kind of a thing. And one thing that being in network marketing has done for me amongst the many like talents that it gets you to develop, is reaching out to people. And she said that as a part of this 60-day blitz, that she finds herself creating more conversations. And you guys, I just like, when it comes down to it, like she's interacting with more people, she's having a conversation with the person in the grocery line. And when it comes down to it, those little interactions, it's like, that's the sum total of life. There's those little moments, those little gifts of warmth or kindness or a smile or a hug or a kind word or a compliment. Like, they can make somebody's day. We never know the impact that we can have by making that difference. And so if we live by that creed of, let's make sure that everybody that crosses our path leaves with a feeling of increase. And here's the cute story I want to tell you about this. I've been thinking about this since Friday. So we had a going away dinner, which this is a whole nother topic of my daughter, Nicole, and her husband, Frank, are moving to Delaware and taking the 2 grandbabies. Ugh. It's an extremely painful thought. But anyway, we were having a kind of going away dinner for her. And I was in a rush. Surprise, surprise. And I was driving the car that I'm getting ready to replace, right? I'm over this car now. It's 18 years old. It still looks good. It still turns heads, but I'm just like, I'm ready to get a new car. So, but it's a convertible, so it looks a little bit flashy, Jaguar convertible, right? So I'm pulling in, and the top is down, and this woman says, "Wow, nice vehicle. It just some nice comment." And I thought, oh, like it lifted my spirits. And just, that a stranger would say something kind about the car looking good. And I was dressed up, and as I came around the corner, I had a choice of either going kind of behind a row of cars where I wouldn't see her or interact with her again, or I could cut through the parking lot and go right in front of her. So guess what I chose? I went right by her and I said, "You are so sweet to comment on that car. It's old and I'm getting ready to replace it, but you just kind of made my day by making that comment. Thank you for that." And she's like, "Is your name Margie?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "I'm Margie. I'm Margie. We met in the produce section at Ralph's." I'm like, oh my gosh, talk about full circle moments. So like I'm saying, because of this wonderful business I'm in, I've learned to strike up conversations. And evidently, now I am recalling it kind of. I had a conversation with this woman, kind of a darling older gal, but lots of personality. I had a conversation with her in the produce section in Ralph's. And evidently, that day, somehow that conversation made her day enough that she remembered it. And then who else is named Margie, right? Like, this is not a common name. But I thought, isn't it sweet? The whole cyclical thing of somehow I touched her life that day, lightened her, her path that day. And now here, months later, she's saying something that kind of lights me up. And they're small things, right? Like, it's not a big earth-shattering thing that we had a conversation in the produce section in Ralph's. It's not an earth-shattering thing that she made a comment about my car but made me feel better. But I had the thought at the time that what else is there? But that we make each other's journey a little lighter, a little better, a little more fun, that we offer those little words of encouragement. Like, really, when it comes right down to it, in our moment-to-moment existence, it all is, are we adding value? Are you adding value? Are you making a contribution? In whatever way you can, are you adding value? Do the people that cross your path leave with a feeling of increase for having known you and having met you? So these ideas coming together as the result of a mastermind call this morning, appreciating so much the team that I get to spend my days with and how awesome they are and how much I'm inspired by them. And then this lesson that it's a timeless lesson, and I don't think you could read a book on success or just even abundant living without hearing that principle of, are you adding value? Are you creating a sense of increase for the people that cross your path? So you guys, I saw some hearts coming over. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, Justin. Hi, Melinda. I appreciate you guys listening in for a couple of minutes. Let's let that be our goal, right? To have everyone that crosses our path leave with a feeling of increase. And we can do that in a million little ways. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.